Hey guys, happy Monday. I don't even know what that means. Seriously, what does happy Monday mean when you are a parent? Because it's not like you get a weekend off, right? Happy whatever. Happy we survived another day, night. Did you survive last night? I don't even want to talk about last night. You know what? I am going to talk about it. I need to get it out. My 3-year-old who was sleeping through the night decided that that's not going to happen anymore. He started waking me up in the middle of the night, which inspired a video. I'm going to make a video for you guys how raising a 3-year-old is literally the same as taking care of a drunk person when you're back in college, like your drunk friend. It's the same exact thing. 1 second he's mad at me and kicking me. The next second he's licking my face. Why? I don't know. Maybe because we have dogs and he sees. I don't know. Somebody explain it to me, please. And then I can't take him out in public half the time because he's gonna do something or say something that I'm gonna have to be like, we can't do that in public. I mean, literally, it's like taking care of your drunk college friend. That's 3-year-old. That's a definition of a 3-year-old. It's basically a drunk adult. That's a 3-year-old. So yes, he's been waking me up every night because he has stuff to tell me that has to be said in the middle of the night. It's not like, Mommy, I had a bad dream. It's like, oh, Mommy, my favorite color is blue now. And I'm like, could this wait till, I don't know, 7 a.m. or is this information I need at 3 a.m.? Anyway, coffee. Hallelujah. Thank you, God, for coffee. Whoever invented coffee, I love you. I love you so much. Okay, so I saw a movie recently that I want to talk about because I'm excited. It's called Home Again. It's actually coming to the theaters September 8th, but I got to see it early and it literally covers so many themes that we talk about on these live shows. I've opened up to you guys before that I got divorced when I had 2 little kids, and I've even talked about dating after divorce and getting remarried and then having another kid. And I mean, there's so many similarities in this movie to the things that I've gone through that I feel like we should talk about some of the themes. What I like about this movie is it's going to make you laugh. It's hilarious. It's a comedy. But I like tell me if you agree with this. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with this. I like movies where when I leave, it leaves me thinking about stuff. It leaves me thinking about topics. Are you like that? Like I don't want to just watch a movie and be like, okay, that was fun and moving on. I love when it like stays with you. It haunts you for a couple days, you know, and especially with all the stuff that we're talking about and the videos I make for you guys and posts I write. Like I'm constantly trying to encourage you. And a lot of my followers, a lot of you are single moms or dads, or at one point were single moms or dads and now remarried. So anyway, I want to talk about these all these themes from the movie. So it's Home Again. It stars Reese Witherspoon, which by the way, I feel like Reese and I should be friends. I mean, think about it. Reese was married, had 2 kids, boy and girl. I was married. I had 2 kids, boy and girl. Reese got divorced. I got divorced. I don't think the timeline's the same, but just go with it. Then she got remarried. I got remarried. Both guys have brown hair. Hello. And then she had a little boy from them. I had a little boy from. If that is not reason enough that Reese should be coming to my house right now to sip some coffee with me. You think this is coffee, don't you? It might be something else. I'm just kidding. But I think Reese and I. So Reese, if you ever see this, I want to be friends. I might even stalk you. I want to be friends. But in the movie, Reese, not the same story as her real life, but she goes through a divorce. She has kids. She moves to be closer with her family after the divorce, and the divorce isn't even finalized yet. She jumps quickly into a new thing, and it's definitely too quick. And I'm not going to give the whole movie away, but it's a great comedy, but it's going to leave you thinking about things. So I think for the next few weeks, we should talk about certain themes. And one of the things that we've touched on before, and I've gotten a big response on, and so I think it's one that we should talk about more, is dating after divorce. So many of you have written me and said, when did you start dating after you got a divorce? How did you know you were ready? What were you scared that you were going to end up in another bad marriage after the first one? Like, so many people are curious about this stuff, and I get it. Now, to be honest, and I think I've shared this before, after I got my divorce, I decided that I was going to be single for the rest of my life because I was super cynical and I just really thought that there just wasn't such a thing as a happy marriage. I was waiting tables at the time, and I remember people coming in to celebrate their anniversary. And they were like, oh, it's our 20th anniversary. And I would be all smiles and fake at the table. Congratulations. That's so sweet. Let me give you a free complimentary dessert. Happy 20th. And then I would walk away and be like, psh, they hate each other. They're totally miserable. It's all fake. I literally thought that every marriage must be miserable and everyone's just faking it, which is sad. But I know some of you think that too, don't you? Some of you have been through, all kinds of failures in marriages, and there's a reason I'm calling it failure. I know you guys, some people don't like that word, but it is. It's like a death. I know we get super cynical. Here's the thing, and this is why I consider it a failure. Not that we failed, but the idea of marriage failed. Does that make sense? When you bought the fluffy dress and you paid way too much money for a pretty cake that's really dry and nobody's actually going to enjoy. Can we just be honest? I mean, the cakes are so pretty, but it's like eating cardboard. And you forced your friends to all wear the same lavender dress. And actually, people are getting better about that. Did you notice that? Like now people are picking cool bridesmaid dresses. And you had this whole ceremony and your parents spent so much money on this 3-hour party. I doubt that you were standing there looking into the eyes of your fiance at the time thinking, this will end in a couple years. So when it does end, it's not something we expected, right? It's not something we planned for. Most of us, I would hope all of us, we don't get married thinking this is going to fail. So when it fails, it feels like a failure because we put this expectation, right? He got on his knee, he proposed. It's this like vision of this is what my life will be. And then it ends. And then it's like our whole world fell apart. And I compare it to death. And so it's interesting because in this movie, Home Again, Reese Witherspoon's character, Alice, she jumps into something quickly. And I think that happens a lot when people get divorced because what do we want after a breakup? Same thing you wanted when you were in high school after a breakup. You want distraction, right? Because sitting and feeling that pain sucks. It sucks. It sucks to sit at home and let yourself feel the pain. So what's going to numb the pain? Distraction. Oh, another guy thinks I'm hot. Yeah, let me jump into that. We jump into this stuff. And you know what? You do what you got to do. My worry always is sometimes when we jump into something quickly, we latch onto it like that's the next right thing. And we're latching onto it for the wrong reason. We really just need distraction and we're not thinking it through. And then sometimes we end up with a second, third, fifth, seventh, ninth divorce. How many marriages did Elizabeth Taylor have? A lot. I wonder if they were distractions. I don't know enough about her life story. But my point is, give yourself time to feel the pain. It sucks. Nobody likes hurting. I hated it. I mean, I've opened up to you guys. I was literally going from sobbing to like numb. Like it was just too much and I felt like I couldn't feel. I remember a few of my friends by the way, I've forgotten so much of that time. I don't know if you guys saw my post a couple weeks ago. My dude of honor from my wedding, who was one of my closest friends when I was going through everything. He now lives in New Zealand and he came to visit. And I said, Jonathan, I honestly don't remember so much of it because I don't know if I was too overwhelmed or what, but it's like I blocked. I don't know if you guys feel that way about the hard stuff you've gone through, where you just sort of block certain things. And we were talking about it, and he said you literally would go from like crying to just like pacing your apartment like a crazy lady, not even feeling any emotion, just, give yourself time to just feel the pain and mourn. It's like a death. Mourn it before you jump into something. And especially if you have kids, before you introduce your kids to something new. We're going to talk about this more. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you think. Lay it out. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're talking about heavy stuff. This is why I like comedies. like Home Again, because it's like another one of those movies where it's like a heavier topic, but you're laughing through it. And oh my gosh, can we talk about how much laughter helps? I swear laughter is, I know it's like a cute, cheesy quote, laughter is the best medicine, but it really is. It is medicine, it is medication, being able to, we need to release, right? And sometimes we release through tears and screaming, and sometimes we just need to laugh it out, just laugh out the pain. Is that a thing? That should be a thing where you laugh out the pain, like an exercise. So what I was saying before the break is give yourself time to mourn. Don't skip that step. Don't be like, I'm gonna skip the pain. I'm just gonna move on. Because here's the thing, it's gonna catch up with you. Eventually you're gonna have to mourn it. So mourn it right away instead of having it haunt you for the rest of your life. Here's the other thing that I found from my experience. And again, I wanna hear about your experiences because again, it's like a village. We all need to hear from each other. I was like, all men suck, all marriages suck, everything sucks. I was a pretty miserable human being. I was not fun to be around, let me tell you. I can't even believe I had any friends during that time. I was not a fun human being to deal with. If you hear screaming, that is my 3-year-old. The drunk adult, that's my 3-year-old. That's it. He's probably either licking somebody's face right now. I don't know where that's coming from. Do any of your kids do that? I don't know what he's doing, but if you hear screaming, that's him. And by the way, I did not leave him upstairs alone. He is with his older, very responsible sister who is being tortured right now and wishing mommy would hurry up. So a lot of times after we go through a painful breakup, we literally take all of that with us and we carry it into the next relationship. And here's the thing. I want you to think of it as luggage. You are packing a suitcase. Do not pack that suitcase up. Unpack it, deal with it, mourn it. You need therapy, go to therapy. Anybody that tells you or anybody that makes you feel like therapy is beneath you, like you can handle it on your own, is full of it, okay? We need people. We need help. I've told you this before. We want to be our best. You want to be your best? I want to be our best. Our best, and this, some people will disagree, I don't care. Our best is beyond us. We need help to be our best. That's a fact. Nobody is a superhero who can do it all on their own. It doesn't exist. Whether it's taking care of your kids, whether it's surviving a breakup, whether it's surviving a death, I don't care what it is. If we want to be our best is beyond us, meaning we need help from others. We need other people in our life. That doesn't mean you need another romantic relationship, but we need humans around us. We need a support group. If that means therapy, if that means joining a support group, if that means having close friends around you, I don't care what it means. Do not try to go through anything alone. Whether it's great stuff, whether it's celebrating something awesome, great, celebrate with friends, throw a party. Whether it's mourning something, great. Have your friends surround you and love you through that crap and do the same for them. We need people, we need help. Asking for help, whether it's from a friend or a therapist or a doctor, does not make you inadequate. It makes you brilliant. It makes you brilliant because you realize that you are a human being that needs help and you are humble enough to ask for it. So do not ever for 1 second, and I'm so serious about this because there are a lot of people, and especially I think moms, who are sitting at home alone and they get so depressed and they feel so defeated and lonely because they think that asking for help will make them inadequate. It will not. It will not. Please hear me. Reach out. We need other people. It's just a fact. Humans need other humans. Got it? Okay, good. That's really important to me. What we do is we take all that, he did this to me and he did this to me and all the stuff that we're carrying from the past failed relationship, and we're literally packing. I have trust issues. He said this. He made me feel insecure. We're packing it into a suitcase. We're closing that suitcase, and we're taking that suitcase into our next relationship. Don't do it. Because you're literally going to take all that stuff, and you're going to throw it on somebody new who's like, I'm just here to love you, and I'm really interested in you, and why are you mad? Have you guys done that? Think about it. Have you ever, for example, I don't know, let's go extreme. Have you ever been cheated on? And then you start a new relationship, you're like, I bet he's cheating. Literally, he's giving you no sign. Like there's been no red flags. You're like, I know I'm just gonna check his email right now. He's out with his buddies. That's what he said. I bet he's not out with his buddies. I bet he's out with a bunch of girls. I bet they're at a strip club. I bet they're here. I bet he's seeing his ex-girlfriend. We literally will take whatever we've been through, pack in a suitcase and go, I'm putting the suitcase in the new relationship. Don't do it. I realize it's hard not to. That's why sometimes we need therapy, right? Sometimes we need help from others to work through those things. Leave the luggage from your past relationship in the past. Do not pack it up. It will do you no good. I cannot think of one good thing that will come out of it. Packing it up and bringing it. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't learn from the crap you've been through, because I don't care how bad your relationship was. We should always ask ourselves, what was my part in it? What was my part in it? Maybe your only part was not seeing the red flags when you were dating them. Maybe it was more than that. Maybe the way you behaved wasn't your best in a relationship, and that just made things escalate, things worse. We got to really be honest with ourselves. We got to check ourselves. And sometimes our pride gets in the way, but I'm telling you, it's the best thing you can do for yourself, whether you're dealing with an ex, whether you're dealing with your kids and you handled a kid situation, parenting situation badly. Take a moment and check yourself and go, okay, what was my part in that? How could I have handled that better? I mean, isn't that the goal? Like, you know, people have so many regrets. Oh, I wish I behaved this way, and I wish I did this, and I wish I did that. Instead of going, of course, I'm going to give myself some grace because I was younger and I knew less. And now I'm a little older and I'm going to learn from that. Learn from every single situation. Because that way, I'm hoping that by the time I'm 90, I'm going to feel like a badass that just knows it all. And I'll just be sitting on the beach, sipping my margaritas and be like, I got it all because I learned from every lesson. That's my goal. My goal is to be 90 on a beach, sipping a margarita and feeling like a badass. And the only way to get there is to learn from every single step in my life. I just want to keep learning and growing. That's all I want. Seriously, I don't mind the failures. I don't mind the mistakes as long as I can go, okay, whoa. How could I have done this differently? What should I do next time? What can I learn from it? I know it sounds cheesy, but it's just so true. And don't you want the same for your kids? You know, instead of just going, I can't believe you did that, ask them, okay, great. What can we learn from this? How can we handle this better next time? Okay, moving on. I actually took notes for you guys today because this is a really important issue. So here's a big one that I hear from a lot of divorced, especially moms and some dads. What do we do after we just went from a bad marriage and we're single and we have kids and we're stressed out and we feel like losers, which, by the way, Alice, Reese Witherspoon's character in the movie, she was feeling like a loser. So if you're feeling like a loser, please know I felt like a loser. This character felt like you're going through a normal thing. You're not a loser, but feeling it is normal, and you got to figure out how to go, you know what? I'm not a loser. I am freaking making it through every day, taking care of these children. I am doing the best I can, but feeling that, you're normal. Now you got to get past it. Now you got to figure out how to get past it. So we feel like a loser, and then what do? A guy comes along, and he's hot. Maybe he's not even hot. Maybe that's not even the thing. Maybe he's just mediocre. Maybe he's not even our type, but oh my gosh, he made us dinner and he loves our kid. He loves kids. I never thought I would ever find a man who would take me and my kids. We almost start looking at our kids like a burden, like, well, I need to find someone who's going to love me and my kids. Please don't look at your kids that way ever. Don't ever think, oh, whatever man falls for me has to settle for my kids. Wrong attitude. And we're like, oh, and I have stretch marks and I have financial issues and I have this divorce. Nobody will ever want me. And then this dude shows up and he wants you and you're like, I don't even care about the red flags. I'm just so excited. He made me a filet mignon dinner and he bought me a necklace and he said, I love you on the second date right? We fall for the idea of the fact that somebody loves me. And we don't even care who that somebody is. We're just so freaking insecure and we feel like losers that we will take anything. And what do you end up with? You end up with another bad relationship and another potential divorce. Do not settle. We're going to take a break and then I'm going to lecture you about how amazing you are and why you shouldn't settle. All right, here's my pep talk. I'm sitting up for this one. I'm putting the computer away. I'm sitting up. This is getting serious now. You listen to me very carefully. I don't care that you have been divorced. I don't care that you have 15 children, 3 cats, and an iguana. I don't care that you are living in a tiny little 1-bedroom apartment or a 1-bedroom. I don't care that you have financial issues. I don't care that you have stress. I don't care that you're on food stamps. I don't care that you have stretch marks all over your stomach, breasts, butt, thighs, ankles, anywhere you want them. I don't care that you are 40 pounds heavier than what you were when you were in college. I don't care about any of it. I don't care that you have gray hair or chin hairs. Hello, I just plucked 3 this morning. I don't care. Here's the bottom line. You are worth having a good, healthy relationship and not settling. I am so serious right now. And I need you to hear this because you are telling yourself every day, well, it's just that this reason is why I'm never going to have a great guy. So I'll settle for, he's a good guy. I mean, he's good enough. So I'll settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. And especially, I mean, nobody should ever settle when it comes to a committed relationship. You're sharing your life with someone. You're choosing to share your life with someone. No room for settling. Does that mean you're going to find the perfect partner? No, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But don't settle for being treated. You know, we make excuses like, well, he talks down to me, but it's not like anybody else will want me because I have kids and I have this and I have that. Stop doing that. And especially once you have children, you do not have the right to settle. You lose the right to settle once you're bringing another person into your children's home, into their life. They are now trusting this human being. They are now building a relationship with this human being. They are now looking up to this human being and saying, this is my example of how I want to act and how I want to treat people when I grow up. They're going to watch the way this human being is treating you. Do not settle. It is not worth it. In fact, it is better to be alone than to settle. But I don't believe you have to be alone. If you don't want to be alone, if you want to be alone, go for it. That is totally fine. I don't think everybody should or needs to be in a romantic relationship, but I am begging you. I see it all the time. I wish I could literally just sit here and read to you the emails I get from single moms who are in bad relationships because they don't think they can have anything better, because they have this divorce behind them, they have these kids, they have these stresses, and now they're settling. I cannot tell you how many times I have read in an email a sentence that sounds something like, but he's really nice. But you know what? He has a home, and so he provides for my children. He doesn't treat me well, but he's really good with the kids. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. By the way, your children are smart enough. They're watching. It's not just what you say. They are watching. So I am begging you and I'm encouraging you, if you have gone through a breakup, a divorce, and you have children, take your time. Mourn. Don't jump into something crazy right away just because you're lonely. Feel lonely for a while. Surround yourself with friends. Surround yourself with that kind of a distraction instead of the unhealthy distraction where you get sucked into a wrong relationship. And please know that you are worth somebody amazing, amazing, who is going to treat you like the incredible human being that you are, and will not treat your children like the extra thing they have to settle for if they want to be with you, like baggage, but that will love those children as his or her own. When I got remarried, I am telling you right now, before we even got married, my current husband treated my children like they were his own. He's even said before, when people are like, what's it like to be a step-parent? And he said, I don't feel like a step-parent. I feel like those are kids that I adopted. I didn't know them from birth. So it feels like he is not their legal father, but that's what it feels like. It's that kind of love. That's what you want. You don't want someone who's just going to settle for your kids. Find someone who's going to adore them like his or her own. And you can find that. It exists out there. I didn't think it did. So do not settle. And I've told you guys this before. I'm going to say it again. If you're going through hell after a divorce, hold on, but don't hold still. It's the thing that I've had to say to myself a million times, meaning hold on, you got this, but don't hold still because you're going to get freaking trampled on. You got to keep moving forward. Keep taking steps forward to get out of that cynicism and depression and the frustration and the anger. Keep moving forward so that you can create an amazing life for your children and yourself. Okay, and don't forget, September 8th, Home Again. You will freaking love it. I think we should talk about it some more in other live shows because there's a lot of themes that go along with what we talk about here. Have a great week, everyone. Love you all. Hang in there.